All right, so thanks again for pulling up. I really appreciate you for doing that. Today's goal right now is to figure out who you are as an artist, an individual, and to see how you feel about the world and things around you, all right?
No problem.
All right, so where do you call home?
What do I call home? I was born in Ellerwood, Georgia. Well, I was born in like Fulton County, but I was raised in Ellerwood, Georgia, so I say that's where I call home. Yeah. I've lived in other places though. I've lived in Statesboro for like a couple years when I went out to Georgia Southern. It's like, I would say it's a secondary home, but I really ain't trying to go back type. You know, it's cool, it was cool, it's a fire situation. I mean, I've had some good experience down here, you feel me? Met Rain Cloud and everything. It's a collective I'm a part of and everything. But as far as like hometown, Ellerwood.
What's your clearest childhood memory?
Damn, listen, I gotta pull deep. Clearest childhood memory? It'd have to be like one time, a long time ago. It's also probably like, I don't know, probably like my earliest memory, I guess. Because I was like 2 years old for sure. My mama had told me like I was gonna have a little sister, and then I was like, I don't know if I could comprehend that, you feel me? And so I was like, oh, yay, and then I like put my head. That's how I know it was like a deep child memory, because I remember I put my like head on like the side of the couch, and I just sat down in like celebration of that or something, on some child shit. Yeah, it's crazy, yeah.
So talk about your name, Rey Morado. Where'd that come from?
Okay, so Rey Morado is Purple King in Spanish, Reymorado. Okay, so how I came up with that is as follows. This is the origin story. So my government names, when I was like younger, I used to go on Wikipedia. I used to like look up everything under the sun. So there's like a period of time where I started looking up like the meanings of people's names. So I would just be typing in like my family name. I type in like my names. My first name meant like eternal ruler, and then my middle name meant like little king in like Germanic or something. I was like, damn, that shit is like, that's ironic. Cause I'm pretty sure my parents ain't like playing that, you feel me? Like at all. I'm pretty like 100% sure. So I was like, bruh, I guess I'm like royalty or something. I'm a king, you know? And also, so like, I was like looking up like origins of like colors and stuff on Wikipedia. And then like purple was like, used to be only worn by royalty. So like, yeah, purple my favorite color because I'm a king, you feel me? So shit. I used to take Spanish classes in like school, took a couple of them motherfuckers. And I used to have a Spanish-English dictionary. I used to look up words. You know, I was a studious person. I still am. I love like knowledge and shit. But yeah, I looked up king because I thought I was a king, you feel me? That's Rey. Purple, Morado. And then I slapped them together to make like a gaming tag. This was before I was making music and shit. So like when I decided I wanted to make music, I ain't had no stage name. So I wasn't about to go by my government. So it was Rey Morado.
That was the first name you had, someone you started with?
Well, that was the template, and then I cut Rey off that motherfucker for like the early part, because I thought Rey Morado was too long, and like, so I just cut Rey off, and it was just Morado, and so like I was going by Morado, but I would keep like Rey Morado, and I keep Rey for like AKAs, and I like name drop that shit in songs, and then people started calling me Rey Morado, so I was just like, shit, I fuck with it. If people keep calling me this shit, cool, and then we run with it, you know?
So outside of music, who are some major influences in your life?
Outside of music, goddamn, I say like media, like I fuck with anime so much, anime and manga and comics. That's like a big, huge motherfucking influence. I love that shit. And plus, I feel like, you know, that shit be teaching you like lessons or some shit. I've been watching this since I was like a young kid, you know, and it's like, you know, certain like things that happen, something like, I say like themes in it, like, you know, never give up or some shit, or, you know, don't give up on people, you know, fight hard. You know, that shit like sticks with you as like a core of a person. Yeah, you know, making the impossible happen, all that shit. So I'd say, yeah, that would be a gigantic influence.
What's your favorite anime right now?
I mean, it's always probably gonna be like Hunter x Hunter. Shout out Hunter x Hunter, because that's what I used to call that shit. But that's always gonna be that. But yeah, with shit that's coming out like new. I really fuck with My Hero. My hero is like 5. I think that shit 5. I also I fought with Attack on Titan, but I seen it all already and shit. So, yeah, this shit's also hard. I fought with Parasite. That shit. I ain't watched that bitch in years though, but it's short. That shit's pretty hard. If niggas ain't seen Parasite the Maxim, that shit pretty fire. Of course, gotta fuck with the Dragon Ball. I fuck with Bleach, Naruto.
Are there any that resonate with you the most?
If any, all them, shit. I don't know. I want to say Dragon Ball Z and Naruto. Either one of them. Probably like as far as the shit I was talking about earlier. Yeah, them two.
How did you get started making music?
Damn. All right, so when I used to go to school, really back in like elementary times, there used to be like assignments where you had to do like, you had to pick a topic that the teacher was teaching about and like get in a group and make a song about that shit. So like, I had noticed like when I used to do them shits would be easy as hell. Like I'd be like better at doing them shits than everybody else. So like niggas would kind of like know like when that shit happened, like get this nigga in your group type shit, cool. But I ain't never take that shit like no further than that for like a long time. I don't know what the fuck. My homeboy, goddamn, my brother Larry, he goddamn raps. He rapped like, he been rapping since like way before he was like, when we was in school and shit, like middle school, high school, he was making mixtapes and shit, right? So like he had to listen to that shit. That shit was fire as fuck. Like he still rapping. I mean, check out K the fuck, that nigga fire. But yeah, so like, okay, skip to high school. I'm still not rapping. And like, so Larry and like a couple of rappers in the school, shout out to City Grove, they was saying they gonna make a cipher, like put together a cipher, City Grove cipher. Cause like I think around that time, niggas in different schools was doing ciphers. So City Grove was like, you know, we gotta do a cipher, of course. So I heard that shit, and so I was like, man, I'm already kind of fine with putting the words together. You know, I'm gonna try my hand. I'm gonna just jump in a circle or some shit and try to do that shit. So I had wrote down some shit. I wrote down a verse to like fucking what's that T.I. song? I'm Illy or some shit. I wrote a verse like to that beat. I remember like the day before I had stayed out of school, I spit that shit, and then niggas like, damn, oh shit. So I was like, cool, it's certified. So like the day of the cipher and shit, nigga, I get my chain, hop in the circle, you feel me? I start my shit, and this shit's still on YouTube, you feel me? This shit still, I ain't got no hair or nothing when this shit happened. So like, I said like a bar of my shit, nigga was like, oh shit. And then like, I forgot everything. I forgot it all. Like right then in that moment, nigga pressed delete on my brain. And so I was like, you know, I was like, I'm a freestyle. And so like, I freestyled the shit, but I was not pleased with what I freestyled. So I was like, shit, I quit rap. But you know, I guess, you know, when you love some shit, you don't never get that shit up, you feel me? So even after I said, I was telling niggas I quit and all that shit, I had like a dream to make like a school mixtape or some shit. Like I wanted to make a mixtape with everybody who rapped up in the school or some shit. So I had like a book, a composition book, and I would be writing raps in that shit. Of course, that shit with the school mixtape never went nowhere, but I was like, I'm gonna still keep rapping. I'm gonna put out my own mixtape, and then voila, this shit just, you know, yeah, I ain't never stopped.
Was there always music playing around your house growing up?
I'd say, yeah, a lot. And my grandma always used to sing. She still do. Like, my grandma loves singing. She sing like, she sing like a wide range. Like you might catch the Whitney Houston, the Celine Dion, or something, the Cher or something. She real deep soulful singing. My sister be singing. Like really, she was singing before I was doing music too. She was winning like first place in talent shows, singing like Mary J. Blige and stuff. Yeah, singing. Not so much rap. You know, my people Joe Witness. That's how I grew up and shit. So like, it was like, you know, niggas ain't listening to like vulgar rapping and shit. I had a funny story. I think it was back when I was started fucking writing. I think my grandma had found like one of my raps in like my pockets or some shit, like in my pocket or something. She like, what is this? I was just like, oh yeah, I wrote it or something. And she was like, you know you're not supposed to do that. I still kept doing it though. So when you love it, you can't stop.
Why is rapping your chosen form of expression?
That's crazy. I don't know. I was shit. For one, I guess like I just love rap in general. Like even before I started rapping, I mean, because I was listening to rap. First, like real time I started getting into hip hop was like 7th grade. I heard like Lil Wayne on the Drop 3. I heard him like rapping on a Beyonce beat, and I was like, what? I was like, it's not a remix? And they was like, nah, he just rapping on that shit. And that shit was hard. So like, I mean, since then, you know, I always like loved it. And then I guess like, you know, when you learn like you can actually do this shit like extremely well, that shit just, you know, it comes. See, I don't know, this shit's like a gift, bro. I didn't really like, I wouldn't say I like chose it or some shit like that. Like, you know, through the series of life, this shit just like comes at you, bro. You find out you like, because I mean, I always thought I was like, you know, fine with doing my shit. I'm at a different skill level than I was when I first started. But at the end of the day, I feel like I've always had like an innate ability to like do that shit. So it's something you feel, and it's like, you know, when you get the, it's just, yeah. I feel like I have a real. It's like breathing when I rap. You know, it's easy. It's like I'm real comfortable. It just makes me feel good. It feels good to connect with people who fuck with the music. It's beautiful. I wouldn't trade that bitch for anything, you know?
Talk about your first time in the studio. What was that like?
Oh, that shit funny as hell. The first time in the studio, in any studio was like probably when I was in like 12th grade. Damn. And I was trying to record because like I was like, remember I told you like I had said I was gonna quit rap, but then I kept writing. So like I kept writing. I had, you know, told some of my homeboys about this shit. My nigga Devon, this nigga was like, he knew a nigga, damn, I can't remember these niggas' name, but he knew like a nigga who had like a recording system. It wasn't a studio because this was like 2012 or some shit. So niggas was in high school and shit. So niggas was like not having money like that. So but the nigga it was a block ass computer and a fucking plug-in microphone or some shit. And I remember we had like, this shit crazy, nigga had like skipped school. This was also my first day smoking weed. I hated that shit back then. It was terrible. Goddamn. And then first day smoking black. So then this shit was just, it was a terrible time at the first time. Then we had to record, and like, I didn't think it was gonna be the big block thing. I think it was an actual studio too. So, but I mean, like, I was like, okay, at least it's a way to record some shit. We was recording shit like, and I'm pretty sure OG niggas who used to record like back in the day will remember. Niggas would record once and then record like again, like the same shit under it. Like niggas used to do that shit, and that shit was just, damn, niggas was lost. It was not a good experience. I ain't quit rap after that, but it was like, hell no, that shit was not a good studio experience. That was the first time though.
How long did it take for you to get the knack of it, to get really comfortable in there?
Damn. I mean, I really had to, I honestly ain't get real comfortable like how I want to in the studio till I started fucking with my nigga G and DJ, and we got our own studio equipment to work out of. Like after that first experience, I ain't still have no like studio access. So like when I went to college and I wanted to rap, I used to use other niggas like recording places. You feel me? Like it used to be like they had the mic set up in the room and shit and the computer right there. I mean, it was cool, but like, you know, I didn't get as much control as like a nigga wanted, you feel me? And then I had to wait on niggas to mix shit. Niggas be trying to play me about like fucking mixing prices and shit and all that bullshit. Like, I ain't got time to play the games. Linked up with my homeboys DJ and G. Yeah, that shit changed the game up. You know, started Rain Cloud and shit. This nigga DJ got the box and the mic and all that shit. He set that bitch up in the dorm. And yeah, we used to be up there a lot. That's when I really got comfortable. You know, we really used to be in that motherfucker a lot. And then like off of his template, you know, I took even further control. I just used the stuff that he had got. I got my own of that shit, had that shit set up in my spot. And that shit would been with me like ever since then. So like, you know, I got complete access to like my studio equipment. I can do what I want, mix how I want, record as much as I want to type shit. Totally comfortable now.
So right now the world's in a crazy place. What are your thoughts on the state of the world?
Shit, this shit hell, nigga. Oh man, I mean, this shit pretty crazy. I mean, I think world always been crazy as hell, honestly. Yeah, I think world always been crazy as fuck. Nigga, you just like, we got technology and shit now, so we can really see that motherfucker all around, you feel me, at record time. I'm pretty sure it's always been some crazy ass shit, man. Imagine if niggas had cell phones in the 60s or something. You know how much crazy ass shit niggas would be like seeing and telecasting and shit. So I mean, yeah, you know, the world already been that shit, nigga. I don't think anybody's ever been like, it ain't really been like super safe and pink rainbows and bunnies and soft shit. It's just like, you know, niggas can see that shit now. And then like, of course the world changes. So I mean, the dangers that niggas may have faced in the past or expected to be safe in the past are not gonna be the same going forward. So motherfuckers gotta adapt. Niggas been having to adapt, you know. Niggas back in the day wasn't no guns. I mean, back in the days, now niggas got guns. Of course it's gonna be a little dangerous. So, you know, it's just different parameters. Yeah, shit. You know, I'm just trying to get my way in to be the best person I can be, you know. Help the folks I can help, you know, provide for my folks, you know, and build for the shit that I want to see. That's really how you got to do.
I feel that. Where do you see hip hop heading in the future?
In a great fucking place. I think shit, with times coming up and shit too, I mean, it's easy access to reach folks. So I mean, I don't think hip hop's going nowhere bad. I mean, like, if you focus on like shit, I've always been optimistic myself. So I mean, shit. Niggas might trip about like a certain message they don't want to see pushed or some shit, but I feel like, you know, fuck that. You know, it's gonna happen regardless. What is you gonna do to like change your situation? If you want to see some change, you know, invest that shit in yourself. So I see like, you know, at one point, there is niggas in the game who I feel like is like, you know, I listen to like niggas in the game and shit. You know, I fuck with how music is now and shit. It's also shit that I don't fuck with, but I'm not about to sit here and bitch about the shit I don't fuck with. I'm gonna just support what I fuck with and, you know, do my part. It's niggas I know who niggas don't know, who is also like, is like on the same level as me, like as far as making fire shit, but you know, niggas don't know quite yet. So it's no doubt in my mind that the shit is like, the future is in a good place. It's niggas like way younger than me who is fire as hell. And niggas don't know yet, but they on the up and shit. Like this shit is, it's in a good spot, you know?
So Atlanta and its surrounding areas is a hub right now for music currently, popular music. What are some tips you can give people for maneuvering around the scene?
Man, oh shit, this shit funny as hell. Niggas gonna try to tax you to perform. I don't fuck with that shit at all. Yeah, I don't. That shit is widespread, like here in Atlanta, I think. Niggas be charging niggas to perform and shit. Personally, me, I say don't fuck with that shit. Don't fucking pay to perform at all. Shout out to the Wave Show, because the Wave Show don't charge niggas to perform and shit, you know, but yeah, nigga, you can really like, for the fees that niggas be goddamn taxing your ass to perform at some of this shit, you could really take that shit, group up with like artists and shit, and basically do your own shit, make your own showcase, and not charge niggas. When niggas have got to realize like, it's more artists than promoters, and promoters need artists in order to bring niggas in. Ain't nobody coming to see the promoter. Nigga, promoter can put on a show if it ain't got no artist, then where the fuck the power at? Niggas gotta realize artists got money and it's more of us. If we can pull that bitch together, you know, collectively, you know, it'll start, you know, you want niggas to stop charging cause we ain't gonna go for that shit. I feel like niggas only charge cause shit, niggas will pay that shit. And niggas will pay that shit cause, you know, they got the money and shit, of course. But it's, in cases like this, I feel like it's principle. You feel me? That shit's, if I'm bringing people in your door, why the fuck you charging me? I'm bringing you revenue off rip already. But it's predatory, I think. But yeah, that's a key point, maneuvering, I'd say.
What about between artists?
Oh, as far as artists, I mean, there's some dope ass niggas out here, man. Definitely, I'd say like as far as working with each other, I mean, I fuck with collabing with folks of like skill in mind, you know. I'm always with collabing with like folks I fuck with and shit musically. I feel like it's also a way to grow and shit. Not just like, cause I mean it can't just be like you trying to leech off of niggas or something. That's why I say like, if you fuck with a squad or you fuck with a style or some shit, y'all niggas can like come up together. It's plenty of artists out here, and I feel like niggas definitely collab a lot out here, I'd say, for great reasons. So I say that's a great part.
What impact do you want to have on your listeners?
Man, I'd say a good impact. Shit. Mainly, I mean, honestly, I guess like, I just like this is interesting as hell, an interesting question. When niggas listen to my music, I mean, of course I want them to feel like, I want them niggas to feel whatever the fuck energy I put into that shit when I did. I feel like a lot of my music is like reflecting on like the shit I be going through. Maybe not so much explicitly sometimes, but more so in energy and shit. And the shit that I go through and now it's like, I mean, my energy about shit is like, I'm never gonna give up. I'm never gonna like quit. I'm gonna reach what I want, you know, and other times I'm that nigga, you know, I'm like fire as fuck, you feel me? So I want people to feel the same way, have that confidence, have that, you know, just drive and just energy that, you know, you got the shit. Fuck all these other niggas who talking bad about you, who don't think you gonna do it, who talking that shit. Fuck them, they don't mean shit, you know, you got it, basically.
So when listening to your music, it's easy to see that your sound is super distinct. People hear you, I'm sure they know that that's Rey right there. So how'd you find that sound?
Sheesh. That shit comes through like, okay, so when I first started rapping, damn, it's like a journey. Cause like, I mean, I feel like one way I approach music is like, I'm a type of nigga to write with a beat and I try to like, I love like switching and sliding on flows as far as like rapping. I don't like repeating the same flows. I like to like, yeah, and it's like, I remember when I first started rapping, I had to learn that. Yeah, I remember, I was talking about Larry earlier, we were talking, I used to get advice from him when I was rapping and then he was like, bro, you gotta, it's like you sound like you talking, you gotta like flow that bitch. It's different from like talking and flowing. He's like, bro, just listen to rap. And then I don't know, you know, young nigga listening to music. I remember I was listening to T.I. used to be my favorite rapper. So I listened to T.I. one time and I remember like, this nigga was like, it was different from talking. I was like, this nigga is flowing on this shit. So that shit, I feel like was a key cornerstone. Shit, I'm like really fucking like, I be singing and rapping. So like, I feel like when I rap, my voice is like, I can like either like do monotone or I can get it with the grit like that, you know? So like, it depends on like my emotional state. I feel like it's all with like energy and everything. I used to listen to a lot of SZA and shit too, back in the day. Not like recently, more like back when it was like more metaphorical, like high ass music and shit. I feel like that plus I used to listen to like, fucking Michael Jackson when I was younger too, and used to be singing that shit, and Kanye West, 808s and Heartbreak. I feel like that all that shit like mixed in, like it affected like my drive and like my airy like whenever I sing or something, I be trying to be like melodic as far as like a melody of that. I take inspiration from like Michi Darko too, from like Flatbush Zombies, cause yeah, I remember I first got to college, I was introduced to them and shit. Boy, I used to be depressed as a motherfucker, and like you listen to that shit, it gets you like angered. It's like, at least like for Meech, I feel like he used to talk about like shit, you know, you affected by shit. That shit helps you like, even though you like affected by bad shit, nigga, you can still like power through that bitch. Use the dark shit to power you up, nigga. Fuck all that shit. So yeah, I say them influences and shit, definitely.
All right, this is a two-part question. Okay. Name me your favorite track and favorite album.
Of who? Of anything?
Anything, yeah.
Favorite track and favorite album, damn. Okay, that favorite track, that shit is crazy. I'm gonna just go with the shit that is screaming in my fucking head right now. My favorite track would probably be Streets on Fire by Lupe Fiasco. Ever. I don't think I've ever said that, but I love the fuck out of that song, and I have for years. And it's the song, in my head, it's just saying that's what it gotta be. Yeah, that shit's fucking beautiful. Amazing song. Shout out to Lupe too. He used to be my favorite rapper too. Yeah. And a favorite album. Favorite motherfucking album. That's crazy. Man. See, this ain't popping up like the other one did. I mean, I guess that should be changing. I mean, it's either like whatever the fuck I dropped or whatever dope shit a nigga dropped before. I guess I'm gonna go like in the past or something. You know what? I really fuck with Blank Face by Schoolboy Q, but that's not I wouldn't say it's my favorite album, but it's like if I had like classics by other niggas, that would be on there. Cause the album was like during a specific time when it dropped, it was like getting much replay value, and I got life connection with that. Carter 3 as well, cause that shit also has like a special place in my heart. and 808s and heartbreaks. So I guess it's like 3. Yeah, that's not my own though. I ain't gonna say my own. If I say my own, then shit. Damn, I can't even pick because them all niggas and all them shits is classic to me. So, well, we gonna say 7 grams because that's the newest one. So y'all niggas check that motherfucker out.
What artist taught you the most?
Shit. Shit, I learned a lot from my nigga Larry, definitely. Yeah, talking about the flowing and shit. And I used to ask him the tips on rapping and shit back when I first started. Damn. I mean, I can say just like, I mean, competitively, I push myself when I rap with my niggas and shit. So I guess it's like passive learning, but I don't, you know, other than that, shit. See, I feel like I'm gonna be leaving the nigga out and then this shit gonna drop. Nigga, I taught you how to fucking. Nah, but I don't think so. That's, yeah, if anything, nah, I gotta get that shit later though. Yeah.
For sure. Talk about the moment you decided to take music seriously.
This shit gonna be funny as hell. Alright. So CD Road Cypher happened now in 12th grade, blah, blah, blah. I went to Georgia Southern, okay? Went to Georgia Southern University. So like I was rapping when I was at Georgia Southern, but my major was like 2D design or some shit because I wanted to be a cartoonist. Yeah. And also I had came into college with a girlfriend. Yeah, this is like a whole fucking story about that, but yeah, basically yada yada. I wasn't like dead fucking serious with rapping. Like I knew I was serious as far as like I'm a rap nigga, I'm a rap, but I wasn't like dead serious. Like I wasn't like fuck all this other shit, nigga. You know, like rap one. Really, I was sharing rap and art. You feel me? Yeah, like goddamn first fucking week, started like cut a nigga like dead ass. And like I'm a young nigga, so that shit hurt like a motherfucker. I ain't even gonna lie. So I was talking to shout out my nigga Richard, by the way. I was talking to this nigga Richard, man, homeboy from high school. This nigga was like, yo, you ain't never think of expressing how you feel in your music? And I was like, shit, nah, but I guess I will or something. Cause I mean, before, you know, I would be rapping and shit, but you know, I ain't really like get in. I be spinning my dumb ass shit. And I be talking about a Mustang I don't got. So like, I was like, okay, let me try this out. Let me inject a little realism into this shit. And I mean, so then shit, I was hooked. Like, I guess that, you know, it was a tumultuous time and that shit helped me and I learned how much I was like, cause I already knew I was good at it, but this shit just was like added a whole new layer to it. And then it was like, shit, nigga, I fuck all this other shit, nigga. Like, that's, I think I dropped the art major like that same semester and then like I got like a business major to help with the music.
How do you take care of your mental health?
Smoke, and I don't know, talk. Smoke and yeah, talk to my lady and yeah, smoke and talk to my lady really and just like, you know, focus on like the positive. It should be crazy. Like, I mean, life is life. You feel me? You're gonna go through like shit. It's just all about where you focus. Like I'll be goddamn having some bullshit happen or going through some bullshit. And like, this ain't always how it used to be, but like, I guess like right now, like somebody randomly hit me up on music or something like, bro, I just fuck with this, or I just found your shit, da-da-da-da-da. Like, it be happening like clockwork sometimes, and it's like, yo, like, fuck all this shit that's happening. You gotta focus on like, you know, the good, because it's something like, it's not always gonna be bad, you know, it's always a brighter day to the nighttime.
What are some things that are more important to you than music?
More important to me than music? Nah, I mean, the people I love, definitely. Yeah, people I love, the people I love, and I'm not talking about, I don't love everybody, you know, like my family, my lady, my family, my lady, my brothers. Yeah, I put it. Yeah, that's really the only thing I put before music though. That music second. Yeah, but like I mean, I ain't gonna like murder everyone for this music game. I ain't about to sell souls and nothing like that. You know, you ain't shit with the folks around you. You feel me? So you can't lose your humanity. But after that, I mean, I don't really put nothing else above music. Yeah.
Talk about dealing with self-doubt and what reminds you to keep going.
Shit, I don't care how far you is, nigga. Everybody got like doubt. Everybody human. But like I said before, you just gotta focus on like the positive. And two, I guess for me, cause niggas ask me this shit like from time to time, like you know how you keep this shit rolling or some shit. Honestly, my nigga, I remember when I first like decided I was gonna rap. I remember the first when I was like, I knew like we need to form a collective of niggas and some shit before Rain Cloud, all that shit before like, when it was just up here. You feel me? So like to see some shit go from up here to me like getting opportunities off of the shit and like performing for people, affecting people across the globe type shit, people fucking with my shit when, like I said, I was never a people person, you know, people gravitating towards that. It showed me like, nigga, you doing the right thing. Like certain shit play out, certain shit happen, it just shows you that you on the right path. And I mean, yeah, so shit's really undeniable. Like, be a fucking idiot to ignore it type shit. So, you know, that's why I feel like shit ain't stopping for shit.
So you already mentioned Rain Cloud a few times. Talk about your collective and how that got started.
All right, so shout out to Rain Cloud, REIGN Cloud Music Group. Built up of a collection of artists, including myself. Basically, we're independent, all doing our own thing, but we moving in unison. It started out, I'd say, shit, and it's just funny, like we was Georgia Southern again, I mentioned G and DJ. How I just met both of them niggas. I met G through fucking SoundCloud. G, AKA 7 Letter. Well, he ain't go by 7 Letter back then, you know, GC. But he had I had posted a song called Soul on SoundCloud. He had fucked with it, hit me up and said, yo, we need to link. So okay, cool. He pull up to my spot and to record some shit. Back then I ain't had no studio, I just had a laptop and we recorded from the laptop had a microphone inside that bitch. So we recorded off of that, off of FL. And yeah, then my nigga DJ, I met through a mutual friend. He brought him over because DJ said he was trying to get into music and shit. He just got to the school. And I met both of them independently, and then them two met each other independently, and then we all linked up to record one day in G's place. And then DJ bought all that equipment, and we started recording out of his spot, on the regular. I used to talk to DJ about, cause that same year before we even went to school, I used to be thinking shit, I need to be more vocal with my music. Like I said, I used to be a quiet guy. I need to move like other niggas are like mine, coming with a collective of folks, a gang, a group type shit. So I was I'm gonna do that shit. So when we got the studio equipment over at DJ's and shit, we all over there. I'm telling DJ yo, you know, I bring up the idea to him, and then I'm nah, that shit's bullshit. It's not gonna happen. I was doubting that shit. Cause my nigga G, he was in another collective of some sort, and it's I didn't know anybody else besides them two. But DJ was nah, we gonna do that shit. I was okay, DJ. But eventually G said he was down because of the shit that he was in, broke up or some shit. So we linked up, mutual, Hassan, shout out my nigga The Bum. Yeah, he joined up, cause we already knew him. Shout out to Lax, also he's my bad, Yodi now. But he joined as well, and we had Courtney Michaela as well in the early days. But yeah, that's how we linked up. It was all in Statesboro, Georgia. It was all in Statesboro. We was in that motherfucker for a little minute. Also got, I'm be forgetting folks. We done grew over time, shout out to Carla the Poet. She ain't joined during the early days, but she was around since the early days, since before we founded this shit anyway. She was just around in the area because we was all doing music and shit. I met Nero Swan through Facebook and Instagram ads, and we ain't like add them immediately. It's just like whoever in Rain Cloud, like we know them for like probably plus years before like, you know, folks hopping in on it and shit. I met we met these people through like I was talking about organically type shit. So it's like, yeah, it's deep. I ain't trying to do like a whole history story of this shit, cause that shit be real fucking long. But yeah. Shout out to Rain Cloud Music. We got really everybody dope as fuck. Shit, musically, goddamn his people. The output, just crazy. Producers going crazy. I'm talking, shout out to Fourth Eye, like my nigga DJ, like we was talking about, he produced now. Shout out to Fourth Eye Riddle C, goddamn. Shout out to Daylo out of Texas, met him through a game. Shit, crazy. Shout out to Intellect Uno out of Virginia, goddamn, met him through Bandcamp. Like I'm telling, like organically coming together. Shout out to Javion Bishop, you know, out of Texas. Met him through Carla, and shit, we known each other for years, and he pulled up on us, cause he stays in Texas, but he pulled up on us in Georgia to do a wave show or something. Like he's in it too. Long live Monica, he passed away, but he's still in that motherfucker, you know. He's the latest member. Stream Yeba. Yeah, all my niggas fire. And everybody in Rain Cloud, they solid, they stand by me.
Now, I want you to think of anywhere in the world, where would you want your dream show to be?
Damn. You know what, I would, my dream show, like if you talking about like shit, like we talking about like big ass shit, like I'm in the headline or some shit, I really just got like 3 places. I gotta do one big show in Atlanta just cause I'm from here. I gotta do a big show out in LA cause I fuck with LA. And I wanna do a big show in Japan just because I think that should be hard. Yeah, but in my top 3 bucket list.
What aspect of being an artist brings you the most joy?
Damn. Probably, I don't know, probably just the being able to like do the shit, bro. Like just being able to like do music, write, record. Shit, I amaze myself sometimes. I get in that motherfucking booth and do like the shit that I do. That shit I'd be like, damn, did I do that shit? Like it's fun, it's exciting, it's, you know, it's always like new surprises, and it's just, I love it. It's fun. I wouldn't do anything else. It's fucking amazing.
Now, how did cannabis enter your life, and what role does it currently play?
I ain't smoked till I was in 12th grade in high school. But like, I had always had a position like, I don't got nothing against weed. You know, I always fucking did my research and shit. You know, I know it ain't no damaging shits, you know. So like my nigga Devon, the same day, it was the same day that we goddamn went to that jank ass studio. And so like them niggas we used to smoke before, you know, they used to smoke like at skip school and smoke like already and shit. So it was like, you gonna come on one of these days, we gonna record, yada yada. So like nigga, I'm smoking this shit. I hate that shit because I don't know how to smoke at that time, you know, I'm young, so I don't really inhale. That shit just, I'm inhale, nigga, that shit trash. I ain't fucking with it. Skip to college, I was smoking, but like, I still ain't know how to smoke till my second year of college, and then I met like, I had met my roommate Zach. He was a white guy, got me into the weed like how I am now, cause this nigga always had the weed. Like this nigga was like, he always smoking, and he always like asked me to smoke with him and shit, cause I mean, yeah, he's a social smoker, so I was like, shit, okay. And yeah, that's how I motherfucking got into cannabis. That's how cannabis got in my life, man, the gateway. Goddamn. Yeah.
What role does it play right now in your life?
Oh, I mean, shit, I'm leaning into that shit heavier, I guess. I mean, I realize that shit's like, I mean, I fuck with it. So, I mean, it's shit part of my life. It's part of my music. It's part of, you know, I am weed. God, head ass. But yeah, shout out to 7 grams. That shit's, and I smoke every day. So it's like, yeah, nigga, I mean, it's secondhand, nigga, no pun intended type shit.
Have you found a strain that fits you perfectly?
Yeah, that's funny. I mean, back in the day, that's not even back in the day. Let me stop playing. But back when I used to stay in Statesboro, I used to have a plug who used to give good biscotti, but I have not found that same shit down here. But it's not to say like the shit down here ain't great, because it is. But yeah, I don't know. It was just something about that one pack that nigga had. I ain't never came across that shit. It was supposed to be biscotti. I'm pretty sure, but I done had the other. That's the thing. I done got biscotti from other plugs, but I don't think it's the same biscotti. I think I gotta find that shit. That's the golden pack right there. Other than that, I mean, as long as that shit is smoking, I mean, I'm cool with it. Just like, I don't want no mid, no shit. It's like I gotta smoke 5 blunts of it to feel a little buzz, you know. But I mean, I'm not too picky with my weed. Nah, you know, it's like as long as a nigga get high with it, you know, we cool. As long as you can kind of tell too, like how it look, you know, this shit, okay, shit look like I'm gonna get high. I'm cool. I ain't the type of nigga that goddamn, I need to drop 65 on the 3.5 or some shit. Like, nah, bro, you know.
What drives you to be so consistent with dropping music?
Shit, that shit's like, I don't know, it's like an inner calling or something for one. I always like, shit, it's like an itch or some shit when you wanna like, one, record, and then two, shit, I don't know, I just wanna get this shit off sometimes, man. I feel like I could even drop, I feel like I drop a lot of music already, but I feel like, even though I do, I still be thinking like, damn, nigga, you need to drop more. Or something like, I don't know, it's exciting to do it, and it's like, you know, at this point especially, because I mean, it wasn't always like this, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna increase even more. Like, I didn't have niggas like hungry for my shit. Like, I had 0 niggas hungry for my shit when I started rapping. Like, nigga, I can drop a song and that shit ain't going nowhere. If I like don't try to push that shit, now I can like drop it and, you know, niggas will fuck with it, or I can like chill and niggas will like find my shit and put that shit somewhere or some shit now. So we gonna keep running that process up. You know, obviously I'm on the right track. So yeah, that's it's a driving factor. I'm pretty sure that's also why I've been like dropping more consistently too. Cause I've always been like a dropping ass nigga, man. You know, I always used to drop a lot of music. I feel like you know, since moving back to Atlanta, shit, that shit is like re-galvanized me to drop even more, cause like, shit, I feel so good about like the rise, or like I'm seeing like more people gravitate to my shit, and I'm like, okay, I gotta keep this shit up and shit. And I always think, you know, niggas ain't fully aware of like the scope of the shit I can do. So, you know, we gonna keep pushing the envelope with the shit, keep surprising niggas, cause I got a well worth of work, you feel me?
That's dope, man. As a rising artist, I feel like, especially a rapper, so something you're supposed to do is keep that consistent until people know who you are, then you can slow down later on, you feel me?
Yeah.
Currently, whose music makes you want to be a better MC?
Oh, man. That shit crazy. Dun, 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 dun. That new Drake album? Nah. Shit. I mean, shit, I'm gonna be real. Man, I don't think niggas can really see me with the shit that I'm writing right now. That shit kind of crazy. I ain't even gonna lie, that shit. But I do get pushed, like whenever I'm on a song with like my nigga Hassan, I mean, that shit always push me to go like, I push my pen a little harder, because I know like, me and him gonna go like, yeah. Shout out to the bum, that nigga, yeah, Rank Cloud Music, man. This nigga, that nigga's crazy with the pen. I'd say like, I gotta step my shit up. Really, I gotta step my shit up. I try to like, you know, have my shit stepped up on like everybody when I'm rapping with my niggas in Rain Cloud. So like, but like with Hassan, I'm extra careful, because that nigga's dangerous. Yeah, I hope he see this shit too, man. He need to see this shit, look. But yeah, outside the camp, hey, yeah, shout out to my nigga Vinny. That nigga be rapping like fuck that shit. That nigga got the sauce. And he's like, he 18, so that nigga fire. Yeah. Gotta stay up. You know, that nigga be killing on my shit. I can't lose a step on that shit. Yeah. Yeah, that's about it, I say. That's about it. I don't know. I view my own skill set highly as fuck. Like, nigga, I'll murder your ass on some shit. Like, that's how I'm coming off rip. So it's like, you know, take it how you will.
Now, you recently spoke about, well, earlier you spoke about outlets and different venues charging people in the city just to perform. Are there any ones that you do frequent with? Any events or venues, stuff like that, showcases?
Fuck with the Wave Show. Yes, WAV show on everything. Yeah, that shit is beautiful. We been hosting the November 18th one. Yeah. I also fuck with Lover Season. I'm doing the second one of that in December. Yeah, that's just a really dope thing. They did the first one, that shit was fire. Come back for the second one. Shit, yeah, I mean, I don't really be frequenting a lot of the shit, but I be doing this shit myself, bro. I ain't even gonna cap. Most of these niggas be putting on. I should, like, I mean, I do be thinking like, damn, should I perform in these little more spots? I may, but if a nigga gonna charge me, I ain't gonna do that shit. And a lot of times, it was, like, when I first moved down here, I ain't gonna cap, I was reaching out to, like, a lot of the fucking spots and shit, you know, and, like, niggas would throw out the fee, and I'd be like, hell no. Get that shit out of the mud.
What are some interests outside of music? Any hobbies, stuff like that?
Shit. Okay, so I said I do fuck with anime and manga, and I fuck with comics. I read and watch that shit. I was saying this shit in like every interview, and I really like gotta keep. I guess like it's a reminder for me to get on this shit. But I got like my own comic that I do draw. I got like 2 issues of the shit, but I like slacked off on that bitch. But I gotta get that shit back because I really want to put that shit out. Like, that's a long-term goal. I'm trying to get that shit like established like that ass. This is a childhood goal of mine, probably since before I started rapping. But it's like on the back burner and shit. But that's one of the things I do want to take far. I fuck with animals and shit like that. I used to want to be a vet back in the day. Like, that's my first thing I ever want to be a vet. But I mean, I love animals, like, still to this day. So that's pretty cool. I like nature and all that shit. Yeah, I think that's the core interest. I mean, shit's like sci-fi media and shit like that. You know, I like a little horror, a little scary shit. Might watch like murder docs and shit, true crime and shit. I definitely fuck with true crime though, too. Yeah.
What's the comic about?
Oh, damn. Thank you for asking, nigga. What the fuck? The nigga just made me slap. Okay, so check this out. Okay, so you know Marvel and DC is like superheroes and shit, right? So this shit is like superheroes and shit, but it's like niggas is fruit. Niggas is fruit. Like, not people, they fruit, but it's like they goddamn be fighting and killing and like it's like a whole plot and shit. It's like yeah, niggas fruit with superpowers, nigga, and niggas is fighting like on some Dragon Ball Z shit / Marvel DC shit, cause niggas is deep plots, plot twists, conspiracy, and then great epic battles, consequences to those battles. Niggas do die. Niggas do not get wished back to life, and it's like in parts. So it's like part 1, part 2, part 3, time changes and shit. It's all talking about like I got the lore on this motherfucker like on some One Piece level shit, but it's not One Piece level because it ain't goofy and niggas be dying like, and it's like, I mean, I'm a nigga who like combat anime, so I got the fight set up like it's gonna be epic and fucking turns on that bitch. Like shit, I don't like when fights is just like, that's a problem I got with like American comics nowadays. Modern day, I be feeling like the fights sometimes be like so just 1-2 panels. Animes don't be doing that shit and mangas don't be doing that shit, but I be feeling like the fights in the comics is like present day, like 2020 posts would just be too fast or something. Niggas don't be putting too much time. Like when niggas be fighting, I need that shit to have like emotional context, and plus the shit gotta look fire. Niggas gotta be doing shit that's just break the page.
Good. So on a track you have called Brains, you say niggas thought they could beef and grow a cash cow. That to me screams about being authentic. We'll break down the importance of being authentic, staying authentic.
And you getting 5 stars. What the fuck? Man, authenticity is like the best. I feel like that's the cornerstone in fucking life. But if you gonna like do music, like I feel like authenticity is like the golden key or the golden stone that makes your shit like worth anything or worthwhile. Like, I can't fathom like niggas going in the booth and like recording some shit that they just don't fucking do, or some shit they just not about or putting on or some shit. I feel like music connects more with people when you fucking just go in there and like, nigga, you spit what you know. I mean, that shit should come like second nature or something, like breathing. Cause like, at least to me, cause I only like, I go in there and write like it's all about my feels and my emotions and how I like see the world and shit. This is all like the original thoughts and shit from me. So like, authenticity is like extremely important, I feel like. I mean, everybody might not hold that same degree, and I mean, like, you can, shit, that should be happening mainstream. Niggas be faking that shit, whatever. But you know, like we said before, who give a fuck? Focus on the shit that you give a fuck about and build that shit up. So, I mean, I stand on authenticity and, you know, all the shit that I fuck with and all the people I fuck with, you know, same mindset. Feel like that shit's gonna be the shit that lasts anyway, you know.
What has pursuing music taught you about life?
Shit, you know, that you can't give up. You can't give up, and shit might seem dark, but it's always a brighter day. Cause like I'm saying, fucking it's just like just doing music. I've seen like, you know, I may not have been in a position to do things that I would be later down the line. And if I had quit during those times in the past, I wouldn't have seen like the blessings that I could going forward. I remember back in the day, I was trying to get on this fucking blog. I was trying so bad to get on this blog, and niggas was not putting me on this shit. And like probably like a couple months ago, like the nigga who's like co-founded the blog, they like found my music and like hit me up and was like, yo, this shit's dope or some shit. Like shit like that, you know, it's not like no $1 million bag or nothing, but that shit's like a life lesson or some shit that you gotta keep. Like, you know, sometimes the universe will give you keys or some shit and show you like, you know, nigga, you on the right path, don't give up. Like, this shit ain't gonna be easy. This shit ain't shit worth having, it's easy. But it's like, you gotta keep that shit moving and keep having faith, you know, that you gonna goddamn push through. And you know, I've seen that shit work through and through. Shit with like really everything in this music shit. Even to this day where like I said, I can like have different people hit me up, new people hit me up during the week just finding my shit. Like, it's like a little bit of traction. It's like fucking, it adds more coal to the flame to keep this engine pushing. Cause I mean, like I can remember before, it wasn't none of this shit going on, you know. It wasn't nobody hitting me up for no motherfucking interviews and shit, you know, like shit. But you gotta keep pushing, and you know, if you believe in the shit and you see that shit in your head, that dream, you have to devote like time and energy and keep that shit building, my nigga. And also, shit, music has taught me like, you know, you can't really fuck with everybody, you know, like I said before, like this shit bring different shit to you. So some, you know, it'll be good opportunities and blessings. And I done ran across crazy motherfuckers just off of fucking dropping music and doing music shit. So it's like, you gotta watch out, cause, you know, what you put out into the world, you know, it's like a reel. You don't know what the fuck kind of fish gonna come back, you know.
When it comes to your career, what can you improve on business-wise?
Well, shit. I'd say, as far as like business-wise, I don't know. I just want more shit, honestly. I guess it's like, yeah. I would, if I would like to perform more, but cause I love fucking performing. So yeah. But I mean, I feel like that shit's gonna come as far as like opportunities and shit. Cause I mean, the shows that I be doing in the city always just come to me. It's just cause my work ethic, the shit that I be putting out be drawing the shit to me. So I mean, I'm very thankful for that. And like every opportunity I take, it's like a stepping stone. You jump up on that motherfucker, you feel me? But I would like, just a point of improvement upon myself, I would like to get out there and perform on more shows. And I am thankful for the shows I have got. It's just like, you know, I see like the future for myself and so, and I do love performing. So that's just one spot. I don't know, I feel like I work that bitch like a well-oiled machine, bro. All I need is some more money, nigga, and we trying to get to that motherfucker. So shit, yeah. Money and performances, nigga, that's what I'm trying to increase in my future. And you know, shit. But yeah, I feel like I be moving, bro. I be doing like shit. It's just like it's outside of the business that too. Like, I mean, it's outside of like just my own artistry. Like I do a lot and I facilitate a lot. So it's like I feel like I'm on like a good springboard, a good playing board as far as like from my vantage point. But as far as like things that I want to build up and improve, definitely want to perform more. Definitely want to get more of a bag always. So
When it's all said and done, what's the legacy you want to leave behind?
man, I want to leave behind the fact that damn, you know, I want niggas to be like, damn, this nigga Ray was a genuine nigga, man. He cared for his people. Shit, he's a fire-ass rapper. I want to allow like, cause I mean, I feel like when I do work with people already, like I just want to like help like grow that shit, like not just myself growing and shit, but like help them grow too. So through my career, I want to do that shit through like different talented people I find, help like amplify their voice, and them in turn can help amplify the shit. I also want to take away all the like safety shit and push that shit out of the game, like all that shit like charging and shit and taxing for people shit. I want to like make actual change on that. You know, install generational wealth for the people I love and shit, and yeah, just go down as like one of the baddest motherfuckers to ever do this shit. You know what I mean?
All right, so tell people what's next for you coming up the rest of this year and early next year.
Okay, so one thing you gotta look out for is that 7 Grams Deluxe is coming out on the 22nd of November. Gonna be fire as fuck, trust me. Me and G went back in the lab, we cooked up 7 more songs, you know, keeping with the vibes, they all heaters. With that, it's gonna be merch for the whole 7 Grams line, you know, to commemorate that shit. And we got some music videos from the Deluxe to drop. And we got a music video for Flowers coming out too. It's gonna be a great way to close the campaign on 7 Grams, because I mean, it's been a beautiful, like, really run. And I think like even after I say I close it, I mean, I'm pretty sure music lives forever, so niggas will always be playing and shit. But yeah, also, I got a song that I'm about to drop a music video with probably December-ish. Shout out my nigga. I forgot to shout this nigga out. This nigga fire. I got like 2 songs for him. This nigga Leek, L-E-E-K. It's pretty fire. He's an artist from Atlanta. He be in Savannah too. But we about to drop a song in December with a music video. Completely outside of 7 Grams, but it's pretty goddamn hard, and I can't wait for niggas to hear some classic shit. And that should be like really all I have for like the back end of the year as far as for like 7 Grams and that one thing that I was gonna do. As far as for like early 2023, it'll probably be like either some EP shit or just more music. I mean, honestly, for like the next couple of months, I'm trying to just, you know, keep consistent, keep dropping music, because I mean, I got a lot of music that I haven't dropped yet, and shit, I got a lot of shit in the works too. So I mean, it's gonna come there. Probably gonna next year. I'm talking with the producer who produced. I just dropped a song called "Smooth Criminal" with Vinny. The producer on that, he's trying to do an EP with me. He's pretty damn cold. Shout out to D Sway. That nigga's fire as fuck. So we probably get some work done. Of course, I always have some work done with Rain Cloud. So just great content, most shows. We just up and up. We're just gonna keep booming. You feel me?
All right, man. Thank you so much for pulling up. Appreciate you.
No problem, bro. This shit was fire as hell.